Hello friends. So till now we have covered all the chapters of class 6 science till chapter number 8, and you can go in the playlist section and watch all the chapters that are given in the playlist of class 6 science. Also we have class 6 maths playlist, so you can check out all those. The links are in the description below. You can go and check it out. And today we are going to start with chapter number 9, that is the living organisms, characteristics and habitats. Okay. Now, firstly, talking about the title itself, what do you understand by habitats? You understand characteristics, that what are their features, their specific features, living organisms, right? What do you understand from habitats? Habitat is actually a place where an animal resides. Like, for example, talking about you live in a residential area of a particular city. Okay, so that is your habitat. Your home is your habitat. Okay, so habitat is a place where an animal resides. For example, a camel, the habitat of a camel is deserts, right? So these are the habitats. Now an example is given in the chapter in the very starting, that if you go in a hilly area, especially Rishikesh, what will you observe there? You will see there are plants, oak trees, there are pine trees, right? Can you observe those trees in deserts? No, they are not present there, right? Now in deserts, there are cactus. Can you find those cactus in your in the terrestrial area, in your normal plains? No, we cannot find. You cannot find oaks, pines. You cannot even find cactus, right? So there is a difference in the plants as well as in the animals according to the environmental conditions of different areas. For example, there, like deserts, we have animals as camel. Okay, normal animals that survive in the mountains and that survive in the plains cannot survive in deserts because of the high temperature, right? Then you can see in mountains, you see yaks. Yaks have the adaptation in their body to survive in extreme conditions, extreme winter, but they cannot adapt to extreme summers. They cannot tolerate high temperatures. Okay, next is beach. You see on beaches, we see there are many crabs. Okay, but you cannot find crabs in plain areas or in deserts or in mountains, right? Then you see inside the sea, in water, you see there are fishes. Can you see fishes in without water? They cannot survive without water. Similarly, all of these animals, they have specific conditions, specific environmental conditions that define their habitat, which actually define their body characteristics, so that they can adapt to that environment very nicely and they don't suffer any problem. Like you see in camels, they have the capacity to store water, right? So that they can compact with the desert, with the higher temperatures. In yaks, they have a thick sheet over their body so that they do not feel cold. In crabs, they can survive on the beaches since they can go inside the water, right? And they need a lot of sand around. And you see fishes need water to survive. They need water for every process in their body. So according to this, there is a variation in plants as well as animals with the location. So now we are talking about table number 9.1. This is the first table of this chapter. So in NCERT, what is given, that we have to differentiate between forest, mountain, desert, sea and other, all the biotic and abiotic factors. We'll talk about this in detail further. So here we are going to make some differences that all of these areas comprise of in regards of animals, plants and other things. Okay. So firstly, we will be talking about forest. Firstly, talking about animals. Animals, you can see forest mein what type of animal do we see? There are wild elephants. You see, there's a difference between a normal elephant and a wild animal, wild elephant. Okay, wild elephant के जो characteristics होते हैं, they are very much different. They are very wild and उनकी बॉडी स्ट्रक्चर में ही you will see the difference. You can Google it and you can see there is a difference between the physical appearance only of the wild elephant and the normal elephant. Okay, so wild elephant, lions are obviously present in the forest. Lions, tigers, leopards, all of them. Okay. Then in mountains, what kind of animals you see? There are goats, right? There are yaks. You don't find yaks in plains, right? So these are the mountain animals. Then desert. In desert, what kind of animals you can see? Camel, we know camel, right? Because all of the body features of a camel are a characteristic of how an animal can survive in the desert areas. They can store water for long, and their legs are long, which makes their body away from the heated surface, heated deserts. Okay, so camel and kangaroo rats. Kangaroo rat are specific species of rats, specific category of rats that survive only in the deserts. Okay, so then there are various other animals also of these all the categories, but I am just quoting two of each. Okay, then there are sea. You see, there are in sea, you see all of the water animals. You see fishes, you see turtles. Turtles are also present in deserts, but both of them are different. Others may, I am considering all those animals and plants which are present in the normal plains for the areas including Punjab, Haryana. So these are the plains. So all the areas, they will, I am considering them in others. Okay. So this is a chart for the animals. Now talking about the plants, you see. So first of all, about the forest, you can see oak and mosses only in the forest. Okay, they are not present in the deserts. They will be present where there is all environment is surrounded by a little moisture because of the plants as well, right? So you see, oaks, other trees, and mosses are present in the forest. Then we come on to mountains. Now in mountains, a specific tree of mountains can be considered as a deodar. Deodar is a tree that is grown in the mountains, and there are also pines. Okay, you see you can get that cone shape of structures for decorative ornamental pieces, right? So that cone shape structure, that is got from pine trees. Okay, then next is deserts. In deserts, you very well know cactus and aloe vera. Now you see, what is a characteristic feature of these plants? They have the characteristic so that during the transpiration or photosynthesis, there is minimum loss of water. जितना भी thick होगा, ठीक है, the water loss will be the minimum. More the thicker the leaf, okay, minimum will be the loss of water. Or either they can have short small leaves. Small leaf surface area will reduce, and so loss of water will reduce. These are basically the steps. Both of these plants do not consider of leaves. Then sea. Now you see, we have in sea algae and seagrass. Seagrass is a special type of grass that is present only inside the water bodies. Okay, they are present inside the water bodies. They float all around. You can see there are some videos that show you the underground of the sea. So you can see there is grass very long in size, and they are specified to grow only inside the water body. Okay, and algae. Algae is a plant that requires water. Okay, it cannot grow without water or without moisture. It needs water. Okay, so both of these plants are present inside the sea. Now others, again I am considering the plain areas. So wheat and rice. Wheat and rice are those categories that cannot grow in sea, desert, mountain, forest. They cannot grow in these areas, but they grow in plains, right? So these are the plants. Now talking about others. Now talking about others, you see in forest, you see forests are all covered with trees. Okay, trees में there are many different species. Then mountains, जहाँ पे pine trees होंगे वहाँ पे cones, तो obviously they will be present, right? Pine trees form cones. Then talking about desert, desert is all about sand. So sand is the abiotic factor that is specific to desert. Sea में you can say water also, but I am not talking so general. So coral reefs and pearls are something that are found from inside the sea only. They cannot be found from anywhere else. Talking about others, you see all of these categories cannot be a residential area for you guys to stay. Okay, these are not human residence areas. So you can say that जो other planes हैं and apart from these conditions there will be some residential areas.